Alright, so here's a fun fact. I just got my wisdom teeth removed yesterday, but you know, gotta stay on that grind, brother. I can't let the hype go down. I changed the texture pack from complementary shaders to rethinking voxels. I think I like it a little bit better. That sky is very bright, but whoa, look at the clouds. Wow, the clouds look really cool. I'm not sure how much I'm supposed to be talking. This is only day 2. It hasn't even been 48 hours since they got removed from my mouth. As you could probably tell, my voice is a little off, just a little bit, but you know, gotta stay on that grind, brother. Gotta stay on the grind. I was thinking I might, I was thinking I might kind of tear some of this down and make this a wall. I was kind of thinking about that as from the previous video. I remember I got my door over here. Little trees and stuff. So just fair warning, because of that, this video I'm gonna be probably less talkative than I was in the first video. I just hit reload shaders. Do that every time trying to go into first person, third person. Yeah, just understand I may be a little less talkative this time, but I'm gonna try to tell the story of me getting my wisdom teeth removed while I do something in this game. Possibly build a tree farm, maybe, question mark. Or maybe a strip mine might make. But first I'm gonna definitely build this out. Either way, so yeah, dude, okay, let me tell you a little story. I have never been, for my entire life, I've never been scared to get that's a complete lie. I was scared to get my wisdom teeth removed when I was like a little kid. You know, like, probably like 8 or 9. I would always think, I'm like, man, wisdom teeth, that's scary. That's gonna freak a boy out. I'm not gonna like that, none. Oh no. But truth be told, guys, it's not that bad. And I wasn't nervous at all getting to the dentist yesterday. So my mom brought me, of course, and on the way over she's like, "Are you nervous?" I'm like, "No, not even slightly." And then, you know, they did really try to make it as suspenseful as possible. I mean, I got there and had to wait like a whole dang near freaking hour to be called back there just in the waiting room. They're really trying to build that suspense up, I guess. But once I got put back there, they sat me down in a chair, as you know dentists do, and I'm sitting there and they're like, are you scared? Are you nervous? And I'm like, no, not really. And they're like, wow, well, you're further along than most people then. I said, thank you. They said, look, they put an IV in me. That was the part I was most scared of, was the IV, to be honest with you. They put the IV in me and they said, okay, that was just to help you relax. That's going to help you just calm your nerves, but it doesn't really seem like you need that. I'm like, yeah, I really didn't. They said, okay, we're not going to put the anesthesia in just quite yet. I'm like, alright. In my head, I'm thinking, I'm like, man, that was light and breezy. And they put this little thing over my face, and I should probably just go ahead and quickly say, I'm sorry if this story makes no sense. They did give me pain medicine, and I am on it, so I may not be thinking fully clearly as I usually do. Either way, so the lady, she puts this thing over my eyes, and she says it's to blind out the light because it's gonna be very bright, and she doesn't want me to be blinded by that light. And I said thank you. And that thing's on my eyeballs, and I'm sitting there, and I have a realization, and it's kind of a rational realization, and a rational thought. But I have a realization that, hold on now, wait a minute, give me 2 seconds here. When they go get the surgeon and he comes in here, is he gonna think that I'm anesthesiaed out because I'm, you know, already in position? So I started freaking out. I'm like, oh my goodness, this dude's gonna think I'm on anesthesia. He's gonna start chomping into my mouth. Chomping? He's gonna start sawing into my mouth. And I'm gonna be just big booty screwed. Well, due to that, I started clenching my teeth back and forth, you know, kind of chomping with my mouth to let them know I'm awake. And I hear these 2 nurses talking back and forth to each other. They're doing their little thing, you know what I'm saying? They talking and talking and talking. They laughing. They doing all sorts of stuff. A couple times I thought they were talking to me, but I didn't say anything because I didn't want to seem like an idiot. That's kind of cool, clearing out this little area. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, though. Maybe build like a temporary enchantment setup, although I'd have no books to do that with. Can I go plant some sugarcane? I really need to do that. Hold on, let me go plant some sugarcane while I'm talking. So it's nighttime. So, you know, I'm clenching my teeth back and forth, like, please know that I'm awake. All of a sudden, I hear them say, "Well, we need to go get the dentist. We need to go get the doctor guy, the surgeon." They called him. We need to go get the surgeon. And I'm realizing I have no water to just plant my stuff down at. Oh, that's the predicament. All right. Well, we know what this room's gonna become. It's gonna become a sugarcane farm. Anyways, I think these shaders might be slowing me down a bit. So we're gonna switch it. Maybe let's try Shrimple. I don't know what that one is. But it's something I had downloaded. I must have used it at some point. Let's go ahead and try this one out. Anyways, so I'm clenching my teeth. They say, let's go get the surgeon. I'm like, alright. In my head, I'm thinking, man, this is gonna be something. Whoa, this one looks awesome. Oh, golly, it sure is bright as crap. I don't know if this one looks awesome or not. I kind of hate it. I kind of don't like it. I don't. You know what? Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we just stick it with the complimentary and Euphoria patches. Anyways, they're like, let's go get the surgeon, and I'm thinking, I'm like, all right, it's about to be go time. It's about to be time to do what I got to do. I'm gonna make an infinite water source just real fast. So I'm laying there. And I can hear him come in, and I'm thinking, I'm like, oh my goodness, he better know that I'm not asleep. He better know. He best know I'm not asleep. He best know. And I'm freaking out. I'm still clenching my teeth back and forth. They have that IV in me. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I'm telling you, all of a sudden, like, I'm talking like in a freaking flash of an eye, I no longer am clenching my teeth. And I'm thinking, why am I not clenching my teeth? And that's when is this outside? Oh, god dang it. And that's when I realized, I'm like, holy crapola. I think they put the anesthesia in me. And you may think, oh, he's gotta be making up the story. No one remembers when they're on anesthesia. And I didn't think I would either, partner. But I kind of was. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. It felt like I melted with the thing I was on, the little seat thing. And I'm sitting there, everything's good, I'm clenching my teeth, and all of a sudden it feels like I mended with the seat. And then it felt like I was floating out of my seat, almost like an out-of-body experience in a way. It was super, super interesting, dude. I quite liked it. And then they started putting the gauze in my mouth because the surgery was done. But again, it felt like so little time had passed. I thought the surgery was just beginning, and dude, I started freaking out. They started putting them gauze in, and I think I said, I may have been dead silent. I think I was saying, ouch, ouch, ouch. But I to be honest with you, I don't know if I was or not. I might have just not been saying anything. Oh my dang it, my pickaxe broke. I might have just not been saying anything. Regardless, I can never think when I'm in those menus. Regardless, I woke up and gauze in my mouth, and they said, well, you did it. And I said, it's over? And they said, yep. I said, it's only been like a minute. They said, no, but it's been 45 minutes. I said, 45 minutes? And they said, yeah, then they pull out this wheelchair, and they said, now, look, you're going to get in this wheelchair, your legs are going to feel like jello. They said your legs are going to feel entirely like jello. You're not even going to be really able to comprehend what's going on. And, you know, both these nurses, bless their hearts, I just dropped my pickaxe, bless their hearts, they both picked me up, kinda, and guided me to the wheelchair. And it's like frames in a video game, like what you're watching currently right now. I would move in like going to that wheelchair, I saw like 3 flashes of image, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like a consistent image, and everything did feel like jello. And I don't even really know how to explain it. It's like you could look down and move your leg, and your leg wouldn't move in your vision for like a second. It was like everything was delayed in my eyes. And I wonder if it was my eyes were delayed, or if it was the fact that it just took that long for my brain to process how to tell my body to move, which I think is probably more likely what it was. Either way, shortly thereafter, I'm in this wheelchair, and they're rolling me down. It's kind of flashes of memory, and they're rolling me down, and they said, "Well, let me ask you a question, Job." And I said, "What's up?" And she said, "Was it as hard as you expected it to be?" I said, "Honestly, it was pretty easy." And she said, "Exactly." And then she, what did she say? She said something along the lines of like, "Where's your mom at?" I think is what she said. What's your mom's car? Where's your mom at? I said, "It's a 2009 Toyota Corolla." And that is what it is. She actually said, she said, "Wow, I'm surprised you remember that." I said, "Thank you." And that's kind of just how the story went, really. And then so then I hopped in the car. Sorry, my brain's like a little fried. So then I got in the car, and they warned my mom, and they warned me before the day started, or before they gave me the anesthesia. They warned us both. They said, "Look," whoa, everything turned blue for a second. They warned us both, and they said, "Look, the anesthesia he's receiving is he's either going to be ridiculously happy for like no reason at all, or he's going to be incredibly upset and sad. And just hope you don't get the sad one." Well, bless my mother's heart, she got the sad one. I was a freaking wreck and a half. I was crying. I was so upset about literally nothing. I don't even know what was so upsetting to me. Like, I got in the car, and, you know, the first thing my mom said was like, "Well, you did it." And I'm like, "Yeah, I did it." And then I started telling her this story that I'm telling you now, and when I got to the wheelchair part, I just started bawling, crying. I'm like, and then they put me in a wheelchair, and it was so upsetting to me, dude. Like, I don't think you can't even imagine, dude. It made me so upset that they put me in a wheelchair. Like, how could they do that to me, bro? Either way, I was very upset. I was very not happy to have been put in a wheelchair. I don't know why. Maybe I thought I would be a quadriplegic or something, but something about me being put in a wheelchair just freaked me out. And I thought it was starting to wear off, to be honest with you. About halfway through the car ride to my dad's, I was like, "Oh, it's wore off." But that was the end of that. And then we pulled up on the street that I live on, and my grandpa was there. I can see his truck, and my grandpa was there, and I saw his truck, and we have it on film. Of course, I might not show that, but I don't know, film. I started crying, saying, "I just love my grandpa. I just love my papa. I love him." It was very sweet. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was very sweet. It was kind of funny, but very, very, very sweet that I just love my papa so much. And after I got out the car, I personally walked out the car to the inside to my room, and man, walking was hard. I mean, I was freaking having to hang on the walls and stuff. And then my mom left to go get the medicine filled. She wanted to drop me off at my dad's for just a little bit of time because, you know, she didn't want me to. She didn't really. I don't know how to word what I'm trying to say. She didn't want me to be, you know. Why is there no coal in my things? She didn't want me to be alone in a car while she went to go get her stuff filled, because of course I wouldn't be able to go into the car. And thankfully she brought me to my dad's. But I sat there for a little while, kind of doing nothing at all, like whatsoever. And I guess I gotta let that smelt. Maybe I'll go chop some trees down so I can continue my story. But yeah, so she let me stay there, and I remember it felt like forever, and I had those gauze in my mouth. And my mom told me, she said, "Look, Job," she said, "take some ibuprofen, get some medicine in you before we get the good medicine," which I forget. I think it's what are they called? Percocets, I think is what I got. Percocets and ibuprofen 600. Those are alternate every 6 hours. Either way, but she said, take a ibuprofen or a Tylenol, or take 2 before I get the medicine. And she left to go to Walgreens to get the medicine filled. Well, what she forgot to leave was the excess gauze. And that's the thing. I didn't want to, because I'd never done this before, obviously. I didn't want to take the gauze out of my mouth without having the excess ones to put back in after I'm done taking the medicine. So I just never took the gauze out, and I never took the medicine. And it took her like an hour and a half to get that medicine filled because they were taking so long to get it filled. And I will say, like, the most painful part of the day to me was probably getting that IV. I just hate needles. It wasn't even painful, just cringy to me. But I'll say, man, I think the real worst part of the day was like that hour in awaiting her getting there. And then she got there, and I immediately ran to a water bottle and drank that medicine. Lickety split, you heard? Actually, right now, I should probably drink something. My mouth is drier than the Sahara Desert on fire. There's a water bottle. Hold on, I can't reach. Anyways, let me take a couple sips of this water. I'll get back to my story. I just spilled it all over myself. Gosh dang it. I don't know how it's because I can't open my mouth up that much. I can't even really, like, get my... Oh, man, my mouth feels so much better after doing that. I'm talking so much. I need to get back home. It's during nighttime. I forget where I was. Yeah, so I immediately ran at Mach 10, getting my water to drink that medicine. And within about 45 minutes, the pain went away. And the worst pain I've had since then was at about 4 a.m. this morning. The way that the medicine works out, it's every 6 hours. And the way that it just happened to work out. Oh, dang it, my axe. The way that it just happened to work out was that I needed to take my ibuprofen 600 at 4 in the morning. I mean, at 3:30 in the morning. And, you know, you're sleeping constantly through this whole experience, so that's really not that big of an issue. But I ended up sleeping till 4:30, and when I woke up, when I woke up, oh my goodness, dude. Pain, bro, painful. Took that medicine, about 40 minutes went away, but still painful. And today I look like a straight up chipmunk, man. I look like Theodore from Alvin and the Chipmunks. My cheeks are so swollen. I say cheeks, it's just one of them. Just one of my cheeks is swollen, actually. The right side of my face, the right side of my face isn't, stop lagging, could we not? Dude, my game's never lagged like this before in my life. It might be because I'm smelting all that stuff, I don't know. The right side of my face has never, like the right side, okay, I gotta turn off these shaders, I guess. I mean, I don't know what the crap's going on here. Usually shaders are not making my game run like that. Anyways, I think I might keep the shaders off anyway, just because, classic Minecraft look kind of goes with the classic vibe of these Let's Plays. But anyways, see, it's still lagging out. Why is it lagging so bad? That's so terrible. I forget what I was saying. Bear with me. Yeah, in about 45 minutes after 4 a.m., the pain went away, and then I could go back to sleep and take in medicine. Oh yeah, my cheeks, that's right. My cheeks, man. It's just, my right side of my face isn't swollen at all. The left side of my face looks like I got punched by Mike Tyson. So, hopefully that goes down. The paper I got says the first 3 to 5 days are the worst days for swelling. And discomfort. Days 3 through 5. And day 3 is tomorrow. So I guess I will be able to verify if that is true in the next episode. But as of right now, brother, I'm not doing too bad, man. I'm not doing too bad at all, really. I'm actually doing quite well. And wow, we got a lot of smooth stone. I'm doing quite well. Or that's just normal stone. I'm doing quite well. And let me only make as much as I need. And I think I'll continue to do well, to be honest with you. It really isn't brutally killing me yet. Hopefully it doesn't ever start brutally killing me. That would be really bad. I think I should extend this one more so that it's not right up against the wall. I don't like it being right up against the wall. I don't know. It was a good experience. Overall, my friend, he asked me, he said, well, because he hasn't got his wisdom teeth removed yet, he said, is the pain overrated or underrated? I said, overall, highly overrated, at least thus far. I'm not in as much pain as I ever thought getting your wisdom teeth removed would put me in. Like, I thought this would be a much, much worse experience. But I'm not fully done with it either, so I'm still keeping an open eye out, you know. It may get worse. I hope it doesn't. You know, Lord willing, it doesn't, but it may get worse. I guess we'll see how bad it does decide to get. I am going to put stone bricks in the bottom just for attention to detail. You know, I want people to look in this world one day and be like, dang, he really dedicated himself to this world. But yeah, it wasn't so bad. I think it could have been a lot worse. In fact, I was expecting it to be a lot worse, and then it wasn't that bad at all. The surgery itself really was very easy. I'll put it this way. If you're nervous for the... God dang it. If you're nervous for the surgery, like if you're nervous for the physical, genuine wisdom teeth removal surgery, don't be. You don't feel none of that crap. Unless you're one of the rare circumstances where they don't put you under anesthesia, which does happen. It's happened to my friend. It happened to my friend Grace. She, unfortunately, was not knocked out, and I feel for her because that had to have sucked really bad. But the majority of people, especially nowadays, do get knocked out for the experience. If you don't, you will be told you're not going to get knocked out, and you're just going to have to deal with it, unfortunately, if that does happen. But, yeah, don't be scared of the, God dang it. Don't be scared of the wisdom teeth. Wow, perfect amount, bro? I'm crazy. Don't be scared of the wisdom teeth removal. It is not bad whatsoever. Maybe be scared for, like, the future, like the week after. I mean, that might be a little rough. I'll tell you what, the worst part of this entire experience thus far, I think, to me, is the dietary restrictions. You can't eat hardly nothing other than, like, soup. Bad, unhealthy habit of mine is I love Cokes a little partially too much, and I can't drink any of them right now, because the bubbles. Just whatever you do, follow the instructions that dentist gives you, man, because you do not want no dry socket. You get a dry socket, you're going to be screaming and crying. Not from experience, that's just what I was told. Maybe they're not that bad, but I highly doubt that. So don't get a dry socket. Bad idea. Don't smoke cigarettes when you're on it. Don't vape your little vape. Don't do none of that crap, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't do any of that crap anyway. You know, God made our bodies to not go through that. But it is what it is. But yeah, speaking of God, I missed church Sunday. That was unfortunate. I did not miss church because of the wisdom tooth removal. I missed church because my mom got injured. I feel for her. God bless her heart. She got injured pretty dang bad, I'm not gonna lie to you. But, she's doing a lot better now. She got injured just a couple days before my wisdom tooth removal. So she had to get out with all that pain going on in her to bring me to the wisdom teeth removal. And I really appreciate her for that. It was very kind of her. But, yeah, it sucked missing church. I never liked missing church. Church is such a big part of my life. I don't know if that comes through in these videos very much or not, but it really is. Church is a gigantic part of my life. I go to every youth group event. I mean, just pretty much every event in general. Everything that the church does, I'm a part of. I do the live stream for my church as well. Maybe one day I could share them to this YouTube channel. You can come watch them if you'd like. But yeah, it's very good church. I really like that church. I forgot I put the other stack in my inventory. It's a very good church. I really like church. I'm ashamed that I missed it, but I think I had a good reason. My mom just needed some help after her hospital visit for being super duper injured. She fell out of a car that was moving. To her own fault, but you know, I'm not gonna hold it against her. She just made a mistake. It was a little whoopsie, and that is what it is. Already got some sugarcane growing. Beautiful work, beautiful work. I do need to take out the ceiling. Or maybe not. Should I take out the ceiling or not? Does it look better with the ceiling? I mean, I think it looks fine like this, really, to be honest with you, but I should take out the ceiling. I'm gonna take out the ceiling. But yeah, I've started watching a new show during this wisdom teeth removal extravaganza. I started watching the show Severance on Apple TV. I'm only on episode 2, so if you care to not spoil anything for me, I'd really appreciate that. But it's a really interesting show. It's about like this dude, well, from what I've gathered so far, because I don't even know what really the main story is about. I guess it's about this dude who goes to this job that's super duper top secret and important. And it's so important that he needs the severance program. The severance program is a program in which when he's at work, he has a work life, and when he's at home, he has a home life. Essentially, when he's at work, he cannot remember anything from the outside world, and when he's at home, he can't remember anything from his work life, even though he's the same person. It's like he goes to an elevator and gets, like, severed. It severs your two lives, I guess, is the term there. I'm not sure what the main story is. I think maybe he's gonna try to become unsevered himself, or just try to find out what in the crap it is that he actually does. Because so far, what they've shown in the show is that he looks for numbers that are categorized in his brain as scared, or I mean, as fearful numbers. Like, you're scared of those group of numbers, or emotions. Just emotions in general. You just look at this page of numbers, and if any group of numbers looks scary to you or happy to you or something, you categorize them by those correlating emotions. And that's, like, super duper strange, bro. Like, what? That don't even, like, what? That's a really strange concept for a show, I'm not gonna lie to you. So I'm really enjoying that concept, and I'm really enjoying the show in general. I think it's gonna be a fun show to finish, and it's pretty short. Just so far, they only got 16 episodes out, although they're gonna have 19 by the end of season 2. But season 2 is supposedly, like, the most watched TV show on Apple TV or something like that ever. So, pretty big feat. I will say, off of the first 2 episodes, I cannot lie to you, maybe a little slow, but very intriguing. And if you like weird sci-fi mystery shows, you should definitely give it a watch. It's very intriguing. It got a little bit of profanity in it, which I don't like. I don't like the F word and stuff like that being thrown around, but it is what it is. I really like the show. I really, really like the show. You should definitely give it a watch. Well, anyway, I guess that kind of sums up this video. I don't want to be talking for too long, and I did do what I set out to do, which was build a little sugarcane farm. If, shoot, let me see. I think off camera, what I'm going to do, because, you know, just like those older type of Let's Play videos, they did a lot of things off camera, you know, because no one likes seeing someone mine and all that. I think off camera, I'm going to grind out this sugarcane until I have enough for the bookshelves that we need. And I'm also off camera, I'm going to go mining a bit. Probably make a strip mine. I'll probably make a strip mine somewhere around here. So I'm not sure exactly where. And I'm going to go strip mining and just try to collect some resources off camera. And any diamonds I find, I'll wait until the next video to mine with you. And, yeah, man. That's pretty much it. Thank you for watching.